Hey guys, it's Jake Mace with Phoenix Longevity Arts, and it's Fighting Fridays. And in today's Fighting Friday video, we're going to talk about the wooden man. In Mandarin, called the Mu Ren Zhuang. In Cantonese, Muk Zhong. And it's also just translated as wooden man or wooden dummy. We're going to do a set of 12 different combinations, and then we'll be applying those 12 combinations to an opponent so you guys can see how the training that begins with the wooden man translates into a real fight. Without further ado, let's go for it. I want you guys positioned in front of it with your knees bent in a good athletic position, and I want you to be really good at turning the body and using good body movement to your advantage. A good athletic person knows how to use their body and not just their arm. I don't want to see any of this ever. I want to see your entire body into the movements. So this 12 move combination builds off our previous wooden man video that you can check out on our channel. Head to our channel and subscribe, and you guys will get updates of future videos like this one. We're starting in our athletic stance with the knees bent, and we're going to go forearm to forearm. 1, forearm to forearm. 2, raising the arms up. 3, trapping them down. 4, deflecting out. 5, deflecting in. 6, blocking high and trapping. 7, or capturing. Blocking high and capturing. 8. Then a rapid strike to our rope 10 times, just to encourage a mentality of striking. After our last strike, I want you guys to deflect in with the forearm. That's 9, press out. Deflect in 10, press out. Grab onto this arm, knee up 11. Grab onto this side, knee up 12. Let's do it again with a little faster pace. Good rooted position. We're gonna come forearms first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are many fighting combinations that you guys can take from the training we do on the wooden man, but I'm going to show you guys just 1 or 2 examples of each, and you guys can go from there and grow. If you guys find a good combination or a good application that works, I would say do it. I don't have all the answers. I just will put you guys on the path toward developing yourself, not only as a martial artist, not only physically fit martial artist, but as a physically fit martial artist who can use his moves or her moves in real combat. So this first move we done, the wooden man, where we went inside, inside, here. If they grab onto our neck and they collar tie us right here, I have the ability to kind of hack into the arm this way and turn myself away from the harm. This is a kind of a go-to wrestling or grappling type move, but it's really good when somebody grabs onto you. You don't have to always collar tie back with them. You can turn away, use the power of this forearm to brush it off this way. So again, when they come in for that move, turn, brush it off this way. What will happen is that from all the training you've done on the wooden man, your forearms will be pretty resilient to a human being's forearms because they'll feel trivial in comparison to the wood, the solid wood you've been training with. So if I was training with my friend here, I would have them grab one, I would deflect and turn off this way, have them grab the second one, deflect and turn off this way, and I might do this along a good long open area. Here's what I'm talking about. Look at how I'm not using my arm necessarily, it's my whole body. Turning away. Again. By the way, guys, Jim stuck around tonight, so give him a like and a comment. Say thanks to Jim, because it's because of Jim that you guys get to have this video tonight. Thanks, Jim. The next combination was coming up and coming down. So we have up and down. So on our opponent, I like to train, just for beginners especially, the down portion. When you grab onto my neck, like you're gonna grab in and kind of go for a good knee up, I might try to snatch right on the joints that way, and then use my knee first, or snatch down and use my headbutt, or snatch them all the way off, and then come up with my punches to the head. So this is a great move to work on power of hooking and taking out their joints, hooking them down, hooking them down, hooking them down, and eventually they'll let go. So Now, if a professional fighter, like a professional wrestler, a professional grappler, grabs onto you, you better be ready to go to the death, because they've been training 8 hours a day, and you probably have to train 8 hours a day more intense than they have been training to beat them. But for the most part, if you have to defend your life, it's not going to be a skillful professional fighter who's going to be fighting you. It's going to be some chump. So they grab on again. We're going to be trapping down here, pulling down, trapping down, and using anything we want, coming back in with any combination to respond to their attack. The next move we had was come in and out this way, or out and in. If they go to choke us with a good front choke, we're going to step back and use this outward motion to block the hands off our neck. Immediately come back in with the forearms, chopping into their neck, and then grab behind and knee straight up into the gut. Or any other move you guys want to throw. So they choke us out from here. We're going to create some distance, step back, get my athletic stance, and I'm going to block these hands out, move in, immediately come into their neck, and knee straight up with whatever knee I want. So to combine the moves together, the first one we have a lock behind the neck, block in here and turn away. The next one we have them grabbing behind our neck. We're going to be snatching them down, 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 getting them off our body, and then coming back with different punches to the head. The third one, we have the choke into the front. We have a create space step, a block out this way, but we don't want to block too far out. We want to block just enough to allow us to come in and hit them back, and then pull into our knee with whatever leg we want. And then next combination we had this one, where we come up, snatch, up, snatch. This is one of my favorite things. If you guys are in a good fighting stance with the hands up, and we are throwing some punches, we're throwing some spinning side kicks, we're throwing some hook kicks, trying to get in all those different moves. We're making them think we're going to use those strikes. And all of a sudden, come underneath, snatch here to the inside, or snatch here to the outside. The reason why in a real fight I like to be outside is because it allows me to snatch down, and it closes him off to any attacks that will come back at me. If you guys go to the inside, you might get tagged in the face with the other hand. Right inside there. So when we have our strikes, make them think we're going to be a striker hitting into the body, coming in for a good hit to the head. Maybe a nice spinning side thrust. Coming in this way, all of a sudden, snatch, pull, and out of the way. And notice how I didn't just block. I came underneath and I really snatched it down and turned his whole body away. I have openings to the kidneys, to the head, or just to push away, create separation, and flee. I want you guys to really think about on the street in a real fight, the goal is not to kill the person, the goal is to stop the fight. You should not be initiating the fight, you should be stopping the fight. And a skillful martial artist has the ability to neutralize the conflict without anybody dying. Because no matter how skillful you are, nobody can take a life back. So martial arts, traditional real martial arts, is about preserving life, not ending it. So again, we're in our fighting position here. We take the initiative, come underneath, snatch this way, then he switches sides. Come underneath, snatch this way, switches sides. Underneath, snatch. And I might, with my partner, I might do 10 of these. 4, up, 5, up, 6. Here's how I train. 7, 8, 9, sorry Jim for the whiplash. 10, back to the dummy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to my amazing partner. 1, 2, and so on. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like cross training for Chinese Kung Fu. We're at the end of our combination. Moves 9 and 10, we're coming inward block and then pressing out with both hands. So we had in, press, I love these techniques because the ulna, this outside bone, is really kind of like the weapon of the empty hand fighter. So when he comes in for a nice punch, like a hook punch to the head, I may want to cover and use those hands to chop and back fist back. Or I may want to cover up again and elbow back. These little tight moves, pop. Tight moves, pop. So that's my first move here. Inside, and the other arm. Inside, back fist. Inside, elbow. Inside, he comes in for the other punch. Cover. And now I have, one more time, punch in, inside, cover, and I have my 10 palm strike combinations to the face or to the chest. So I'm always working to keep my body in a good defensive position, cutting with those arms, but keeping my hands open for my center line attack. But then he might have a roundhouse kick in his arsenal, so I can deflect that thing inside this way. So I work on about 5 of these with my partner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other side for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll come right back to the wooden man. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right back in. Roundhouse kicks for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll try like right-left combination punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bang. Other side. 1, bang. 2, bang. 3, 4, 5. Then I'll go back 5 more with my center line attack after each double fist combination. 1, 2, 3, 4, face. 5, bang. 6, bang. And then the other side again. With these techniques, my palm is hitting with the bridge, the ball of my hand to the bridge of his nose, or the butt of my palm to his chest. And it's going to create some nice bruising, always to the center line. Our last move, when they come in, they might have this nice stance. I might be able to grab onto this arm and knee straight up into the body. Let me do 5 of these. 1, back in, collapse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Grabbing this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right back to the wooden man. Capture. 1, 2, 3. The board is really solid. 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right back to the opponent again. Capture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Capture. 1, 2, 3. Giving them those nice square knees. 4, 5. And that's kind of how I do it. I don't like to just sit here and waste my time only on the wooden man. But if I just work with my partner, I get a little sloppy. I like to train both. Equal parts flour and sugar, equal parts training and realism. But then Jim and I might go into the sand pit and do a few full sparring free rounds, which we'll have coming up on Fighting Fridays. Maybe the next one will be a free sparring round. You guys have been asking for it. We'll do some free sparring coming up. Let's review our 12-move set one more time, and then you guys can be off the train on your own. Inside. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you guys use this tactic of going back and forth, you will become so good at fighting because you'll be strong from the training. You'll have good timing because you have a nice, trusting and friendly partner who helps you develop your skills. Then you'll bring that timing and skill into the real fight, and you'll have realistic training. Wish you guys a lot of luck. I hope you guys enjoyed this first time ever we've had Fighting Friday. Hit the like button for us, subscribe, tell all your friends about our channel. Get yourself a nice wooden man. Again, my student Fred, who hooked us up with this one, thank you for the wonderful wooden man. And I will see you guys back here tomorrow for Weekend Weapons. We have a really awesome weapon video set up for you guys.